when last we left our intrepid adventurers. You guys made your way to Mr. Dory's warehouse, where you traveled up the various levels until you got to the crane that held his ship. Along the way, you exploded some barrels that got rid of the red slod, and then you got onto the crane and snuck your way in there after fighting some scum, those weird tentacly-like creatures. And inside the ship, it was covered in this ooze, this slime thing that made everything inside the ship difficult terrain. You got to the middle of the ship when Mr. Dory knew that you were there and asked you to come on in. He told you a little bit of information about him working with Skothga, who is the obelisk who has returned to its home. And yeah, told a little bit of information about the red robes. Before he could say too much, you guys went and decided to open an attack on him. You guys started by going boom 2 and exploding the barrel that is just above him. He took a little bit of damage, and so did his flesh golem that is made out of fish parts. And there's still one more scum above the ship, right over there, yes. And Xardaar is not super close to you guys. He's a little far away.
I meant to ask, over the break, Robbie or Dylan, can either of your characters either, like, teleport or survive a really bad fall?
Can't teleport, but I'm fairly beefy. I'll probably be okay. I mean, we're only 3 stories up.
I mean, Coach Ricketts shattered.
Well, underneath this is that really nasty mud.
Yeah,
but we're not in the bottom of the deck. We're bottom of the ship, only one deck below the top.
Yeah.
And if we get into the back room, there's a hole there.
Yeah,
besides, I was thinking, if it goes poorly, we can just jump up to the top. I'll have Xardaar push the spout back over, and I'll run across it. Take me. It'll be like on a treadmill, so I'll have to dash to move normal speed. But
oh my god, I never thought about that. That's pretty cool. That's actually pretty fucking cool. Okay. All right, so here's the situation you guys are in. You guys can see your characters, where you're at. In front of Mr. Dory is in this pool. The pool is somewhat drained because you guys did move the trough that was leading the water in there. It's very hot in the room that you guys are in. It's steaming almost. The flesh golem blocks your way in front of him. There is a hole above Mr. Dory and where the flesh golem is. And you guys are in this like kind of middle chamber here. First up is Anne, and remember, inside the ship, it is difficult terrain.
Let's see. What do I want to do?
So, Anne, in front of you, you see this flesh golem blocking your path to Mr. Dory. It's got a shark's head.
Okay. Let's see. Maybe I want to do this one. Sorry, I want to open up with a big spell and hurt some people.
Please do, because I use a fair amount of resources on the way here trying to wrap fights up.
Alright, so yeah, I'm going to cast Ice Knife. You create a shard of ice and fling it at one creature within range. Make a ranged spell attack against target.
So if y'all want to retreat, I can explode the other barrel that is right above you.
Man,
I thought we already did.
All right.
Oh, you exploded the boom 2. It was above Mr. Dory.
Yeah, the other barrel is right above you where that scum is.
Alright, I assume that a 24 hits the flesh golem?
It sure does.
Is that a safe assumption? Okay.
Yes.
I figured it would. So I'm passing this at a second level. Let's see. Oh my. landed. I'll just crown it.
Ooh, I have a fun idea.
Love those.
That's going to be
something I haven't done
24 damage.
What kind of damage?
Okay, so 17 of
spell
it
did you
is
cast?
piercing.
Piercing? Okay.
Yeah, it's ice knife. 17
Oh,
of it
ice
is
knife, yes.
piercing, and then, or I'm sorry, not 17. It's how much is that? 13 piercing, and then the remainder of that, with his 11, is cold damage.
Gotcha.
So I stab that boy, and I'm assuming Robert's gonna be cruising in. So first thing I'm gonna do, free action, flip down my Fey Bands, and I'm going to move 5, 10, 15, and I'm gonna stop here.
Okay.
I'm gonna do something new.
All right, next up is Robert. Robert, you just saw Anne do a ice knife at this flesh golem. This flesh golem still seems to be standing pretty fine, and it's now staring directly at you.
That's what I'm worried about. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's not as tough as what was that dude, Rush. So what I'm gonna do is step up. I'm gonna point out my arm and group, and I am going to use my arm to cast Entangle. So both Flesh Golem and Mr. Dory need to make a strength saving throw or be restrained.
Nice.
Okay.
The spell save is 16. I mean, the Flesh Golem is probably pretty strong, but I don't know about Mr. Dory.
Yeah, Flesh Golem is a pretty strong boy. Flesh Golem rolled a nat 16 plus its modifier, so it's going to pass. And Mr. Dory rolled a 15 total. Did that pass?
No, needed a 16.
Okay. So
yeah.
you cast Entangle, and it goes around the Flesh Golem and gets to Mr. Dory?
Well, basically, he just shrugs it off.
Okay.
So yeah, basically, it's like a 20-foot square, but because it comes out of the arm, it's not quite a square on the ground, so I'm thinking it's more like I can just shoot it straight at him.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, now they're both, well, Mr. Dory is restrained, the Flesh Golem not so much. But they've got weeds and vines all around them. And Mr. Dory is basically bound in his creepy sex pool.
Okay, I'm gonna give him a little icon. I'm gonna do a lock. I feel like the lock shows that he's restrained.
That's fair. It lasts for 1 minute. He can use an action to make a strength check to free himself. Otherwise, he is restrained.
Okay.
Nice.
And just so we all know what restrained does, I'm pretty sure his movement is 0.
We have advantage on attack rolls against him. He has disadvantage on attack rolls.
Yes. Let's see. And he has disadvantage on dexterity saving throws.
Correct.
Good question about that.
Yes.
Since he's going to be at disadvantage to attack, normally, since Robbie is flanked, he would suffer the penalties of being flanked. But since one of them has been made ineffective at attacking, would Shark Guy still get a bonus to attack Robbie? Since
I guess I would say no, because Mr. Dory isn't actively engaged in him. You know, I'd say if Mr. Dory if Mr. Dory tried to fight Robbie first or fight Anne first, he's made an attack, even if he's at disadvantage, I think I'd give him +2 instead of advantage. I think that's what I would do. Okay.
And I'm going to go ahead and use the rest of my movement to scoot around King Shark over here.
Okay. Excellent.
And I'm going to trigger my bonus action to cast Hexblade's Curse on Mr. Dory.
nice.
Okay, nice. So let me give him another little token there. I'm going to do the heart one. Okay.
Okay.
All right, next up is Pie.
All right.
You saw Robert use his group arm to just try to entangle the golem, but it misses and gets Mr. Dory. What would you like to do?
I would like to say that when Dylan moved and then said, I trigger I thought he was going to say Bolt from the Grave. It's just in there.
Right?
I had that in the back of my mind as well.
Dude, me too.
So Pi is going to move up right here. He's going to get in this guy's face, and he's going to do the cool slow walk, just like, "Urgh." And when he gets up there, he's going to say, Moradin, I beseech thee, and he'll put his hammer to his chest, and you'll see the cracks in his robotness start to glow as these tiny little clockwork dwarves with wings fly out, and it's spirit guardians.
Nice.
So everybody who I point out, I guess, indicate in a 15-foot radius needs to make a wisdom save. And that's going to be our two bad guys here.
Okay. Wisdom save. Where's my die? Okay. Let me roll for Mr. Dory first. He rolled a 23.
Jesus, I thought he was a warlock.
I just rolled high on him. That's all it was. And the flesh golem, that is going to be an 8.
Hey, take 3d8 radiant.
Okay. Is it half damage for Mr. Dory?
Oh, it is. Thank you for pointing that out.
All right.
I thought he didn't take any. Okay, it's not great. That's 11 radiant damage to the big boy, and then half to Dory.
Okay, so
and that's that's my action and my big spell. So we'll mark that off. And then bonus action, spiritual weapon.
Nice. Your hammer, which you can also attack with on the same turn.
It's brutal. Where?
That's the best part of it.
Oh yeah. Otherwise, I would never use it. If I couldn't summon it and attack on the same turn, like no. I am a man who prefers instant gratification. Okay, and I'm gonna hit Shark Boy.
Okay, I just made the token. You can control it. Okay, go ahead.
Let me just make sure that I'm reading this right, because I might upcast it. No, I won't upcast it. There's no bonus until you get to like fucking 4th level. It's ridiculous. Okay. 2nd level spiritual weapon. Boom. No, 1st level. What am I saying? Whatever. Oh, he's flanked. So I'm gonna go again.
He's surrounded.
Yeah.
All right. Thank fuck, because that was a nat 1.
Oof.
Oh no.
That was a nat 16 plus 7. That's 23. Is that it?
Yep.
Fuck yeah. All right. Take 6 force damage.
Nice. You just fucking bonk him.
Boink.
All right. Next up is Xardaar. Xardaar, you see this creature. You're on top by the crane. Wait, are you on top of the crane or are you on like?
No, I'm under it.
Okay.
Yeah, like I'm down here.
I just wanted to make sure. You see the scum is facing you. It's after seeing what you try to do, what you did with its friend. It's instead of carrying the barrel, it drops it and tries to more block it. What would you like to do?
So it's trying to stand in the way of the barrel?
Yes. Essentially, I'll give the barrel half cover, so it'll have a +2 to its AC.
So you can literally just move over it.
That's true. You could
I know.
just move. You could just move.
And you know that we moved.
Yeah, I know. So
It's like, we're not hiding this information from you.
no.
What's the radius on that?
Oh, fuck.
On the boom,
Yeah, I have it written down in here.
you're in a different room. You're fine. You weren't affected by boom 2.
He's in the doorway, though.
You're in a different room. You'll be fine.
I mean, it goes through floors. I want to go through doors.
Oh yeah, I think it's.
You're 2
far enough
rooms
away.
over technically. You're fine.
Yeah, I think it was a 10-foot radius.
1,
Oh.
2.
Perfect. I thought it was 15. Good.
I say either way, he's far enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, the barrel's like right about here.
Yeah, it's 15 away. Cool.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm gonna step over here. That gives me what looks like a clear line of sight.
Okay.
And I'm gonna activate my bow. Then I'm gonna shoot at the barrel.
All right.
If you climb the crane, you would probably have a good clear line of sight on Mr. Dory, though.
That is a 17 to hit the barrel.
That hits the barrel for sure.
Alright, so that's 1d8 plus 5 plus 1d4.
If you don't make it explode, you rolled really badly.
He got it.
Yeah, it blew up. That is
13.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's 13, a mix of piercing and slashing.
Okay, so with the... Oh, wow, it definitely failed that dexterity saving throw. Let me go ahead and roll in the chat, because it's a high number.
Maybe this time you will roll
23.
high. Wow.
That's a lot of ones. Alright, so this creature's going to take the full blunt of that, the scum. And I'll say that there is another hole in the area as well. Let me draw it real quick.
If this comes alive, will you have another attack?
I do. And that bridge is still down, so it can't come after me right away.
And if things get bad, you can push the spout over to me and I'll make a run for it.
And I'll say with that, the scum actually falls through the hole and is now down there.
Through? It was in front of the barrel. It would be blown over here.
Okay. I mean, it's okay. It's right here on the edge then.
Alright.
Yeah, it's on the edge then.
Alright, so I'll use my second attack on the scum. That is a 20 to hit.
That hits. That for sure hits.
And that is 11 piercing and 2 slashing.
Okay. So 13 total. Cool. The scum is doing all right. Still looking pretty good. Okay.
All right.
Next up is Mr. Dory. So Robert, because this thing comes from your hand, and you're right next to him, I imagine it's like you have your hand out, like restraining him with your hand, right?
Well, it says they sprout from my hand. It doesn't say they have to stay in my hand.
Oh,
it's not like I put my hand on the ground and they come up like it would be for a tangle like this. It's more like it just,
okay.
And then, yeah.
Okay, when I made that item for you, I imagine that like it's like you shoot like a vine from your hand to restrain it. But like that's fine.
I'm fine with that.
Okay. So, Mr. Dory, he's gonna look at you. Let me see if he gets a special attack.
I don't want that.
He gets it. Okay.
Motherfucker.
He's gonna look at you, and his eyes are gonna like roll back and get a little white. And he goes, "This is what you do when I give you the information." Well, you
didn't tell us everything. What was I supposed to do?
Yeah, I was too busy getting exploded. He's gonna look
What's
at you.
What's his fault?
And you're just gonna get this like feeling of dread coming over you. Give me a Constitution saving throw.
I'm fairly constitute. Is an 18 gonna do it?
18's gonna do it. You're gonna take half damage.
Okay. Could be worse.
Hold on. You're gonna take 2 different sets of damage.
You're gonna make me do math.
The first one is gonna be necrotic. The second one is gonna be poison. You're gonna take half of each.
I won't take any poison damage.
No poison? Okay. All right. So you're gonna take 9 necrotic damage.
Is that before or after the half?
That's the half. I rolled 18. The necrotic, which was the big one, you're going to take none of it. Are you immune to poison?
I am immune to poison.
With your Groot arm?
Yep.
Nice. All right, and you pass, so that was good. Okay, and now he's going to look at you, and he's going to try and, like, break out of this restrainment.
All right, he's 16.
Strength saving throw, right? Actually, he has some
Strength
spells.
check.
Strength check.
Yeah.
He is going to cast... Let me check one thing real quick. You're immune to poison. Okay.
Yeah, but he doesn't know that. He just knows I didn't take a ton of damage. Or I'm super beaten. Because I did get hit.
He's going to cast... Cloud Kill.
Oh, shit.
You and your fucking cloud kills. Cut the shit.
Why and why?
Hold on, I have a special thing for
Well,
this.
he's an asshole. He deserves it. Jeez.
Yeah, he's going to cast
Cloud
Cloud Kill instead of breaking it. Basically, whenever you start your turn there, you make a con save. If you fail, you take, I want to say 5d8 poison, or half as much if you pass. And it moves 10 feet away every time. Yeah, so only at the start of your turn. I'll find the token for this thing in just a minute. Next up is going to be the Scum. The Scum is going to jump down. So it lands here in the water, and because it's got the same kind of consistency as this slime that you guys are in, it's able to move about it a little bit freely. It's going to attack Pie, which I know is a dumb move. Such a dumb move. But...
It's also taking. It needs to make a Wisdom save.
Oh, how come? Is it that
because my Spirit Guardians, they last for a minute. Actually, let me check if it's my turn or his turn.
And you can get rid of the Cloud Kill with Gust.
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
Which is probably a good idea, because now it's heavily obscured area, so nothing can see into it.
Mm-hmm.
How's it looking, Curtis?
So it might be totally immune. I'll read this to you, and I'll see what you think.
Okay.
It says, when you cast this spell, you can designate any number of creatures you can see. Oh, I'm sorry. I designate who is unaffected by it, not who is affected by it. So never mind.
Okay.
An affected creature's speed is halved in the area, and when the creature enters the area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there, it must make a Wisdom save. Okay, cool.
Oh, okay, cool. All right, so I guess it's pretty okay.
Well, yeah, it has to make a Wisdom save, but
Okay, Wisdom save. Okay, I rolled a 17.
I guess you still take half damage.
That's fine. Yeah, I'll take it.
That's a 1. That's not a 1. So 9. So half of 9.
Half of 9. Okay, so we'll round that down to 4. Okay. Scum is still looking okay. It's gonna attack you with its trident twice, Pie. First roll misses.
And remember, it's going to have disadvantage because the whole area is heavily obscured.
That's true. Okay, either way, I missed. Let me go ahead and roll. Oh god, that's a nat 20. And
Hold on, I got a question. So,
3.
is the Scum inside the Cloud Kill? Because I assume this Xardaar cast it in front of him.
Yes. Let me just double check. Is it when something enters or when it starts? Create a 25.
Either or.
When a creature enters.
Either
Okay.
enters for the first time or starts its turn.
You're right. You're absolutely right. Okay. It's in this entire area here. So, hold on. So I rolled for my 2 trident attacks against Pi. Both missed. Let me roll for the con save for this.
And while we're doing all of this math, I think I forgot. Did Dory roll the second wisdom save when his turn started? I forgot to say that.
A second one, he did not. We'll go back and do that.
Okay. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. All right. So I did get a nat 20 on that con save, so he'll take half of this in poison damage. So he'll take 11 poison damage. And now I have one more attack to do on Pi. Pi, this creature is going to take its 2 tentacles and reach towards your mind. Let's roll disadvantage. First one is an 18. Second one is a 2. So, Pi, believe it or not, all 3 of these attacks miss against you. Alright, now let me make a wisdom save for Mr. Dory. Mr. Dory rolled a 16.
Just barely beat it.
Do you want to use the same roll you did earlier? The damage-wise?
It's up to you. I was gonna roll again, but if you'd rather me use the same roll, that's fine.
Up to you, man. It's your spell. I don't want to tell you what.
I'll roll. It's fun to roll, you know?
Okay, yeah. Go for it. He'll take half of it.
It is fun to roll. That's why we have so many dice.
Mm-hmm. So many dice.
Nice. That's 15. So 7.
15. So round it down. That'll be
sir.
7.
By the way, is that the shark boy mom? Real simple.
I have no idea.
Yeah, it is.
I assume.
Okay.
It's a Shark Boy.
Well, that's a grown-up game, so it's not Shark Boy. But it might be called up Shark Boy, Shark Man, or Man Shark, or Sharkpedo.
I'm a whale.
That's our man.
Okay, there we go. We got this big cloud of stink right there. And that's nice. It's kind of like obscuring the ground, too.
That's a really, really nice little sprite you got there.
Yeah, like the first time ever, Robert can't really see what's going on.
Yeah, okay. Alright, so last but not least is going to be the Flesh Golem. The Flesh Golem, not really knowing where to turn. I'm going to roll to see.
Doesn't it have to make the save?
Hi, Robert. It does, yes. Wisdom save, that is going to be a 15. It fails.
What about Constitution?
And the Constitution save, yeah.
Oh,
He's gonna-
You're right. Constitution.
That's fine.
Thank you for reminding me, guys.
Hey, we're gonna
There's a
get
lot
screwed
going
by
on.
that. We want it to get screwed too.
There's a lot happening.
Oh, okay. For con, it rolled a 19, so it'll take half of this 5d10. 13. It'll take 13 poison
And
damage.
16 radiant damage. That spell was
Noise.
Yeah, that's poison ass.
Did the stink thing here also make a Constitution saving throw?
It did, yeah. Yeah, Dylan reminded me. Okay, so Flesh Golem not looking that great. I'm gonna roll a d6 to see if I hit Robert and or Pi. I'm gonna hit Anne with disadvantage. So Anne, first roll is an 18. Second roll is a 16 plus its modifier. So Anne does a 23 hit.
23.
Yep.
Yeah, it will. But I'm gonna use Uncanny Dodge.
Okay, cool. So it's gonna lift up. It's gonna just slam right into you. You're gonna take 12 bludgeoning damage.
Alright, so that'll be 6 after the Uncanny Dodge.
Yep. And now it's gonna hit you again. It's gonna slam into you. First roll's a 19. Second one's a
Okay,
4.
I'm good then.
Misses. Alright, we're back up to the top of the order. Anne, it's your turn.
Alright. I think.
Give me a con
Yeah.
save.
We'll do that. What is my
Then go ahead and cast Gust. I mean, Robert's up against the wall. He's not going anywhere. I can't be forced to move.
Yeah.
I failed. Yeah.
Fail? Okay, you're gonna take 5d10 poison
5d8.
And then
Oh, yeah, you're right. Whoops. Let me do
so
that.
gust of wind.
Gotta save me.
I'm not gonna worry about.
You're gonna take 24 poison damage.
Okay. Let me see. I'm gonna cast this towards the door. So
Okay.
the golem and this guy are gonna need to make a Constitution saving throw, but Pi is obviously just gonna stick his feet down and say, "I'm not moving." So I don't think he needs to bother with a strength save.
Wait, a con save?
Dex
Or
save.
strength.
Or strength save. Strength save.
Okay.
Go through
and
half
double
of the
check
saves.
DC.
Golem
Where
fails.
did that go? Gust of wind.
The scum passes.
Go figure.
DC 13.
Okay, yeah, the golem fails, the scum passes. So the golem, I'll say he gets moved. Does it say how many
15.
feet back? So because Pi's in the way.
I'll use my reaction to take some point
10,
out.
15.
I know it's disadvantage.
Attack of
for
opportunity?
flank, so does that just even out?
Does Pi get an
What was
attack
that?
of opportunity?
Pi and Robert do. I'll say that because like it's very obscured. Like you don't know that like this person is flanked or not. You know?
So that's
it'll
not
be-
true. He was flanked
I wanna say
before the
Robert.
cloud kill, and I know what
That's
he was
fair.
doing.
Let me give you a +2.
Well, I mean, I was just saying make it a flat roll, and I'll take a +2. Sorry, a standard roll, not a flat roll.
Yeah.
Either way,
He hits.
yeah, 26 is gonna hit.
Yep.
But
Alright,
yeah, the main thing here was to, obviously getting them out of there was a bonus, but getting the cloud kill blown away was the main goal here. Now this is a second
Yeah.
level spell, so it is blowing like fucking crazy.
Yeah. Let me move it. And I'll say because like a creature had to make a save to move 15 feet away.
It just
This is probably it's going to be like 30 feet away.
doesn't it just say it's dispelled with a strong gust?
Yeah, it says it's dispelled. Though, I mean, it's pushed over in the corner, it'll be fine.
And it's technically inside a ship, so
It will slowly seep through the floorboards.
yeah, it makes sense if it's just still there over there.
Strong wind disperses, yes. Okay. No, I'll say it's dispersed. Yeah, that's exactly what it says in the description.
Okay, so Fleshy Boy took
Alright.
11 slashing damage and 5 cold damage.
And I am down.
Okay, tell me
Nice.
what happened to him.
So I know Ant's about to do his gust, and as soon as that wind starts, and I can hear the flesh moving, I swipe it where I know he is, and I see his shark head right as the cloud kill starts to move away. And I cut right through it. But because I'm using Frostbrand, he's perfectly chill, and we're gonna have shark sushi.
Nice.
He takes an
And,
extra 9 damage as he's already dead.
And then I think what I'm gonna do with my bonus is just take the dodge action for now. I could attack, but
Oh, you can do that with cunning
Yeah.
action?
yeah, you can.
If you're a rogue, coming at
nice.
you,
I thought that was just a monk
stuff
thing.
you can do.
Yeah, like let me double check, but I'm pretty sure cunning action you can
can
dash. Oh, I cannot dodge. I cannot. So
Oh, dang, really?
Okay,
And-
yeah.
I've never done it.
I
just
can
disengage.
dash, disengage, or hide. I thought I could dodge, but I cannot. So what I'm gonna do in that case, I might as well just attack them. Because
You got advantage on
gotta
it.
get some stuff on. Yeah, so got advantage. I'll go ahead and roll to see if I hit the boy. Does a 23 hit?
23
Okay,
does
perfect.
hit.
I'm hitting him with the static switch.
Okay.
So that is going to be 9 piercing and 6 lightning damage.
9 piercing and 6 lightning.
So 15
So
total.
15.
I wasn't sure with him being in water if that would make a difference, but
I like read that like you shouldn't use like Pokemon rules. You know, like not every plant is like vulnerable to fire. You know.
yeah.
I mean, he does. If he has a vulnerability, like,
Well, I mean,
you guys have.
And the only reason I brought it up is he's literally standing in water. It's not that he's just made of water. He's literally standing in it. So I didn't know if that made a difference. If you want to explain that away, not all water conducts electricity. So maybe this is just a particular blend of shit that doesn't conduct electricity.
I think it's like definitely a blend of shit. It's not like just all water because it is very slimy too. All right. Anything else you want to do with your turn? You want to move?
Nah.
Okay. Next up is Robbie.
So I'm gonna tell him like, you best talk. This is gonna get ugly real fast.
I've told you everything already. You came to me. You attacked
All right,
me.
I'll see what I can carve out of you. And it's a 17 to hit.
A 17 is not going to hit.
Alright. Let's see. Well, that's about all I can do, because I can't really... I'm not dropping it.
Don't you
Not
have
yet.
one
I
attack?
took the Warlock levels. Next level will be my extra attack. Alright, so yeah, I'm going to just keep him entangled. I'll be like, dang it, I'm not used to doing it with one arm.
Next. All right, so Pi, you see, and he blew this cloud kill away. But behind you is a scum that tried to attack you, which you didn't even know that it tried to attack you, because it came into the cloud, and now you just.
I'm gonna ignore it. I'm gonna let it take an attack of opportunity, and I'm gonna wade. Oh shit! I need to switch to the select tool. I'm gonna wade into the fray here. I'll move my hammer too. I'll put it right behind him, intimidate him. And before I do anything offensively, I'm gonna look at Anne. And where is it? He's looking pretty fucked up. I'm gonna give him a healing word. I don't know what that word is, but he's gonna get one.
Boobies.
You just go,
Because
shit.
we know boobies make you feel better.
Shee.
How much was it? Oh, you're still rolling.
12 HP.
Nice. Needed that.
Nice. Curtis, with that opportunity attack, I rolled a nat 20.
What's its
You're
modifier?
gonna take 13 piercing damage.
Fuck, means it beats it. Piece of
plus
shit.
4. Oh. No, I think even like with a nat 20, I think a nat 20 is going to be
Yeah,
better
I mean,
than not doing modifier.
A crit's a crit.
Alright. Of course, the one time I fucking ignore
13
someone trying to act like a badass.
That's okay.
It gets like one good hit on you.
That's a
That's
lie.
the most damage you've taken like all
No,
campaign long.
he's taking some bigger hits. Normally from like failed deck save or something.
Alright, and I believe that was a bonus action, so I guess technically I couldn't have moved my hammer yet, because that's a bonus action, so I'll stay over there. But I'm going to use my action to bash this guy with the mountain basher.
Okay, nice.
Oh, and I guess since he's surrounded, that's advantage, right?
Yeah, I mean,
So-
it's pretty fair that he gets advantage.
It wasn't great, it was only a 16.
This feels like a girls get it done kind of scene.
16 won't
We're just all surrounding him, kicking him on the ground.
Dylan, do we get any bonus for him being trapped like that?
You get advantage.
Yeah, we get advantage anyways because he's entangled.
Oh,
But this gives him disadvantage on him
Okay.
coming back and getting entangled. Otherwise, it's not that big a deal.
cool.
And he can't go
Well,
anywhere.
I will end my turn as the mountain basher just like smashes into the soft wood next to him with a
Oh,
squelch.
and if anyone's got something to make him make a dex save, he's got disadvantage on that.
Yeah, you see that like he's got this like his bot. He's in this like jacuzzi type area, which I guess you
I'm
guys
on it, bitch.
have kind of like stepped into as well.
I'm in it.
Oh, you're on it. Yes. It's he's like shirtless, but he's got this naturally like kind of scaly
That's gross.
skin that's a little bit tougher, which is why AC.
This is how I picture it.
Let's see.
I only had to read it, and I saw hedonism bot. I'm like, yep, that's it.
You know, that's a really good representation. That's accurate. All right, Xardaar, you've done
All
boom
right, so
one, boom
if
two.
I wanted
Your
to
go.
climb this crane, how high would I have? Where on the crane would I have to be able to see down into the holes?
I feel like you wouldn't have to be super far at all.
All right. Do you want to just say
maybe
I
to
use up my
right
movement
here?
to do that?
So you're fairly tall. You can probably just pull yourself up immediately.
Sure.
Yeah. And he's still has the entangle on him, right?
Oh yeah,
All right. So, do I get advantage for attacking him?
yeah. He's entangled.
All right.
I'd say so. Because
Because
he's,
you're up high.
he's not
All
moving.
attack rolls have
He's kind of
advantage.
stuck where
Doesn't
he's
say
at.
melee or anything.
So that's advantage to attack the dude, and then a +2 to hit. So I have a +12 to hit.
Nice.
+2 because I'm elevated. All right. So I'm gonna
Got
cast
the higher ground.
Hunter's Mark.
This dude is
And
hex.
he's like,
restrained.
yes,
He's hunter mark.
Jumpy the chocolate sauce.
All right.
I'm 9.
You shouldn't be
All right.
in my pool.
Does a 24 hit? All right. I still got the pedals going,
Yep,
so that's
24 hits.
a D8, a D4, and a D6 +5.
So I typed in hedonism bot into the gift thingy, and like the fourth one down on the right is Ichigo Kurosaki.
It is.
I don't understand.
All right, so that's 17 damage for the first hit.
17 damage. Okay.
Does a 22
Okay.
hit?
So he's restrained. Go ahead. Yeah.
All right.
22 hits.
That's 18 damage for the second hit.
Loving it.
And I'll go ahead and use Action
Nice.
Surge
Nice.
so I can get 2 more shots in.
Oh my god.
Nice.
Okay.
Why do you take 2 levels of fire?
Does a 25 hit?
Yep. It hits.
That's 17 damage again.
He's getting pelted by these arrows, and he looks up and sees this giant teddy bear surrounded by flower petals, just annihilating it.
Hold on. Does a 31 hit?
Yep. 31 hits.
That's 17 again.
Another 17. That's
That was what,
Yeah.
3 17s and an
Number, man.
18?
yeah. So believe it or not, he's actually not
Really?
super
Remember,
great right
Every
now.
single arrow had flower
Believe it or
petals
not.
with it.
Oh my yes.
Oh no!
Cause
Why are
you
making
stay!
it smell so good in here? Okay. So Mr. Dory, he is restrained. He has these little flowers surrounding him. There's like 4 arrows that are bolted into him. He's a little
You
pissed.
should roll a wisdom save while you're at
See
it.
if he gets a special move. He does.
As his head is being beat by tiny
correct.
little dwarves.
That's a nat
Good.
20. I'm rolling all the nat 20s out. Saves.
Yeah, do them on the rolls that just don't hurt him as opposed to hurt us.
That's 22
Yeah.
radiant, so he'll take 11.
Let's see, within 30 feet. Okay. Nice. Okay, he's going to look at Anne this time, and give his eyes are going to just roll back in white, and he's going to look at you, and you're just going to feel like just dread, almost as if like there's something trying to enter your mind that you don't want it to be there. Give me a Constitution saving throw.
I can dig that. 19.
19. Okay, you'll take half, and you won't suffer the
Delightful.
consequences. Okay, the first one is going to be necrotic. The next one is going to be poison. So that 18 is necrotic. The 27 is poison. So you're going to take 9 necrotic, and let's have a 27 or 26,
All right.
13. 13.
And how you
poison.
looking?
I'm at 10, so I'm at a fifth of my health.
Alright.
He is going to, he sees the three of you guys right back there, and he goes, you know what they say about the captains? You seem like some
Oh,
seafaring
shit.
men.
Fuck
What do
off.
they say about the captains? The captain
always goes down on his
with
ship.
the ship.
Yo!
He's just been saving
He's gonna
that.
cast.
Is that a fireball?
He's gonna cast.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, he's gonna cast
terrifying and
fireball.
beautiful. It's really
Yeah,
sublime.
it's pretty dope.
Yeah, there you go. Why don't you guys give me a DC
No.
15 dexterity
that.
saving throw?
Yep, I'm good. Just barely. I rolled a 16.
I think you're gonna take 0.
Yeah.
Wait, do you have a
Let me double check.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I do.
Yeah, he's fine.
You do.
If he's level 7,
Okay.
he's gotta be.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, so Pi, I also need a dexterity saving
I rolled a
throw from
nat.
you, and also one from the
I rolled a
scum.
2, so.
The scum does a nat 1 and fails.
I mean, Pi did better than that, but not enough.
Wait! Inspiration. What was the DC? Yes!
Oh, okay.
It was
That's what I
enough.
got.
It's got a
15.
15.
Should I use my inspiration as well? Should I try to?
Well, aren't you resistant to fire?
I am, but it'd be better to not take any of it. But it would be cool to sit here and only take half of it. For flavor, I'm gonna take the hit.
I mean, if I didn't have my Groot arm, I'd be fine. I'd be resistant. I wouldn't care.
Okay.
Right, but
So
I
this
passed
is
with
normal for you,
inspiration.
right,
Half
Dylan?
damage.
Okay, so I rolled 8d6. That's a lot of 1s and 2s
Nice.
in there. Wow, that's really bad. That's going to be 20 fire.
I
damage for
wasted my
passing.
inspiration.
So
Do you know how much
Scum is
HP
going
I'm
to
gonna
take
get
the
back
full
before he
front
dies?
of that.
8.
This is great.
I'm light on hands.
Okay.
Right, I can just.
Next
I'm
up,
good.
and Mr. Dory is. Yeah, he's cool just being restrained. He's got these spells he can cast. He's fine with it. Next up is going to be the Scum.
Before
still
that,
a lot.
Going
He
to
makes.
move
He needs to make a
forward.
strength saving
and-
throw to see if he's
and a
pushed
wisdom
back.
save.
I made a 19 on my
Alright.
concentration
I'm good.
check after I took that damage. So
I don't know what my modifier is, but 19.
Nice. Thank you for that. Okay, so first one's going to be a strength save. And
yeah, it's a DC 13, so it's not hard.
okay,
Yeah,
I
so
rolled
he's
a
good.
12 plus its modifier. So it just barely made it. And then a wisdom save is going to be
Yeah.
Oh, I dropped my keyboard. Okay. Oh, that's. I didn't. No, I don't want to.
I like that fireball. That's cool.
Yeah, that was a cool bit.
Drop your keyboard one time. God.
How much, Curtis? 13?
Yeah.
Oh, I wouldn't even look at this.
Wait, the Curtis?
Yeah.
He looks very concerned.
No,
Oh,
he's doing stuff.
looks like he's
Oh.
very slow.
He's jerking around.
See, I'm just picturing that giant explosion and Robert and
I
Pyro.
just see.
Yeah, we're fine. And Anne's like, I'm good, guys.
And Xardaar's up on the crane like, glad I'm not down there. Like, this was a really good move. Because he would not have survived that.
Yeah, Xardaar would have been in trouble.
No.
Okay, yeah.
Wait, Curtis, I think you're back now.
I dropped my keyboard and I accidentally activated the fucking Windows 10 magnifier, and it was all the way on the other side of the screen, and I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. Anyway, I'm gonna roll some damage. We're gonna see what happens.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
12 radiant.
See how the scum's doing.
Also, its movement is halved
12? Okay.
when it's surrounded by these guys, and I assume that in combination with the gust
Oh, okay.
is
Nice.
probably going to be really limiting to its movement, right?
Yeah, it's considered difficult terrain when it's trying to move through that area.
Yeah, he
It
take
did-
damage, so he can have to roll for concentration.
Well, it's not difficult terrain; its movement is half.
I don't know if you can, like, have...
Yeah, so
It's not difficult terrain. It's
So
basically
it's
if his moving
automatically like
speed
30
is
is down to
30,
15.
he only has 15 feet of movement, and then to be able to move in that area rather than taking 5 feet to move, or 5 feet to move 5 feet, it's 10 feet to move 5 feet. So it compounds on itself because
You
it's
can move a
working in
square
different
and a half.
mechanics.
Yeah. So
It's 7.5 feet. And
so do I
round
move
down,
one
yeah.
square or two for total?
Mm,
You would round down? Let me roll on roll 20. If I roll above a 10, then it rounds up to 10. If I roll below, roll below, and then it rounds.
You're the boss.
Your
Go
world.
for it.
5. Does that sound fair? Okay. Okay.
All
Here
right.
we go. Okay, 17. It goes up to 10. All right, so it's gonna move through the dust, through the gust, through these spiritual guardians that are floating around, hitting it, and it's going to turn towards Robert because it still has Mr. Dory restrained. All right, so it's going to attack you with its trident.
I cast shield,
a
I
21
lose
hit.
tackle.
Okay.
Okay.
You're going to take 10 piercing damage. It's going to hit you with its trident again. It's going to miss. And then it's going to reach its 2 tentacles up to your mind, up to your head, and try to mess with your
69.
mind a little bit. Does a...
Alright, that's going to freak me out, so I'm going to go ahead and cast shield.
It's a 23 this time. Excellent, excellent. Okay. Okay,
Yep.
cool. All right, so you cast shield, and it doesn't hit you. All right, so you're able to like block its tentacles from getting up to you.
Okay.
All right.
All right, back to the top of the order, and it is your go.
That was my
And
question.
just so you guys know, the ship
Alright, I got
is
it.
now on
Okay.
fire.
I can fix that.
Yes, the ship is now on fire. Anne is using his gust to kind of like blow the fire, but I don't know. I feel like it wouldn't blow it out.
That's fine.
And if there's still a lot of steam and
I'm
it's
not gonna
really
say it blows
scummy,
it out
as long
all
as
around.
there's nothing all that flammable in the scum
Usually-
itself, the fire won't spread that.
Yeah.
And it's already kind of weak.
Yeah.
That's fine. I'll be alright. I'll have to waste a bonus action to fix this, but it's okay.
So
Frostbrand.
let me
Yeah.
see.
Yeah. Fire goes out for 30 feet.
I think. Let's try it. I'm gonna cast Toll of the Dead on Mr. Dory. So Wisdom saving throw.
He's good at those.
Okay.
Oh, is he? I wasn't paying attention. All right, that's a failure.
Yeah. A 9.
Poor Curtis.
And he's looking pretty
Let's
rough,
see.
right?
He's,
Alright.
after taking
Yeah, he's pretty rough.
Like
that's
70
going to be
damage in one turn,
19 necrotic damage.
How much?
2d12 because he's taken damage.
Oh, boy.
If he
Is
was
it
at
2d10?
full health, then it would have been 2d8.
Oh.
Yeah, one of them was max, and then
Nice, dude, you rolled
the other one was
Okay.
8. No, 7. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and hit him with my. Which one do I want to hit? How's he looking? Pretty rough.
Keep his
Like,
head pat.
Pretty rough. Pretty
A
rough.
couple of pie hits rough, or
if not,
Okay.
I can
Depends
still
on what pie does.
cast
but yeah,
advantage for
pretty rough.
myself and
Well, I
finish
mean,
him
I
off.
can get it back. I can do 4 more entangles.
I think I'm gonna.
Yeah, I rolled when I got hit. and I
Wait,
passed.
Dylan, is intangle
And he,
concentration?
It was
broke concentration
16
to
plus
cast
whatever
heal.
my modifier is. I rolled back.
Okay, cool.
I'm gonna go ahead and just
I did
hit
the
him
math.
with static switch. Still advantage, correct?
That's good.
Because he hasn't broken out of the thing. So yeah, it's gonna be a 23 to hit, and I'm
Yes.
Right, no,
I didn't
he
think
is
that's-
advantage because he's surrounded now.
Oh,
Because
I
he's
did.
that the
So
concentrated
he
cast shield, right?
entangled, but he's still got 3 dudes coming at him.
Yeah.
cool. And I'm gonna go ahead and use
Yeah,
my
exactly. Yes, exactly. Yes, a 23 will hit.
what's it called? Sneak attack on this one as well. Because I haven't used it yet. First time.
Oh, yeah,
All
yeah.
right.
Okay. Yeah, that's true.
So the
Been casting spells.
lightning damage is only going to be 3. But he is going to take. Where's my. He's going to take 10 piercing plus my sneak attack is 15. So 25 piercing damage and then 3 lightning.
So 25. Okay. He caught you cut him up real good and he's coughing. He's gonna use his reaction.
Call
to
off
say,
your boy. The one you got
Okay.
left.
I give up, I surrender.
And let's hear what he's got to say.
You can
And I think to
go
Ann, if
away,
you're not happy,
please.
you can
Let
drop the shit.
the adults talk. The scum.
Yeah, it's still kind of on fire.
This,
Well, I'll sheath Frostbrand and
you
pull
can
it back
literally
out.
cough on
without
this guy.
flames around us.
Yeah. You could cough on this
And
guy.
No,
a
if the
little.
fireball
gonna-
didn't move, there's still fire over there.
I'm gonna disengage
Excellent, excellent. Let me get rid of this
the
fire.
gust.
Okay.
So the fire's
guess I'll-
still over there.
Drop my little robot dwarf fairies,
Okay,
and I'm gonna
excellent,
heal. Ann, you said you had 10 HP left, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Alright, and I'm gonna give you a high 5. Well, hold on, Pi, how much are you gonna give him? Because I can give him
Well,
13.
let's resolve
I mean,
what
I'm gonna
he's
do what I-
doing.
Well,
That's fair. That's fair.
I wanted to heal you before this guy tricks us and attacks you because you're so close to death.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fair. You do that.
I'm just
Alright.
I'm gonna do another healing word.
But because I pulled Frost ran back out, I've got it like right at that throat. Like, now what aren't you telling us?
You get 9.
I want to know pretty much everything they've been up to since they got here.
You want
And
to
if you know
about
anything
the
about
Red
that
Robes,
freaky
do you
ass
know?
apple, tell me that too.
Oh yes, I can no longer survive. I will tell you everything. He like gets up to the lip of the hot tub and he sits down like where the ground is, you know. He looks beat up. You know, like mechanics wise, he's at 2 HP. And you almost like one-shotted him there. He tells you, well, I was just doing my business, you know, murdering people I don't like, stealing from the rich, selling to the richer. When, a little bit ago, the Obelith appeared to me in a dream. And it was able to control me in this dream, and it made me get in the water. Once I got in the water, it touched me, and it cursed me. Which is why I look like this, and why I'm so slimy all the time. The Obelith made me do things for him. For it, I don't know what it is. And that's when the Red Robes showed up. The Obelith told me that it had found the progeny of Syrian, the Dark Lord, the Ender, whatever you want to call him. And it needed to take care of it. This creature, it's a kraken. It has the symbol of the Dark Lord on it, which is why he thinks it's a part of it somehow. This creature doesn't feed on just people, it feeds on energy. So he needed to create a little bit of chaos here in Mystic Beach. That's why there's all these murders, there's these people missing. It's making the Kraken grow stronger. He thinks the Kraken is the god in some way.
We're gonna do this one right
That's
at
what
the
he
end.
thinks he's doing.
We're gonna put on that symbol and see if he likes us too.
He found Jarm.
Pie, you will stand in the back because I know you might do this.
I'm thinking we're just going to team up with the Aboleth to beat the Kraken. Because we can't fight an Aboleth. But go on.
He used Jarm. He got him the same way he got me, and he was able to control Jarm when Jarm was sleeping, and made him commit all the murders to throw the balance off, make things a little bit shittier here. And that's around the time that the Red Robes showed up. They heard about the progeny of Syrian, and they wanted to help the Aboleth, and they wanted to start a church here so that they could be more organized. They went and saw the leaders. Most of the leaders said no. Mr. Ann, that's what happened with your mother. She denied them, and they did something to
the Aboleth wanted to kill
the
Kraken
as punishment.
Yeah.
Okay, you said take care of it? I thought that meant I gotta take care of this.
No, like
Aboleth is
it's my favorite boy.
That's why I was like, I think we're teaming up with the Aboleth.
No, I'm trying to get in his good graces.
No.
Like, see,
Yes.
Got you. I thought Dory was actually a good guy trying to stop Syrian.
It's
It was just doing what he
literally,
had
like,
to do to do that.
it's
I was like,
raising-
fuck.
Yeah.
like this may not have been him being actively shitty. The shitty came to
Dory's
him, but
shitty,
he just
like,
rolled
for
with
sure
it.
shitty, dude.
Still shitty.
Though I am thinking to Ann, we could probably use his testimony to help get the Red Robes booted out of here.
You know, if you... You know, you could...
You just said kill the Aboleth, dumbass.
I have to be careful with what I say.
How about-
The Aboleth is in my head.
How about if...
If you're able
Well,
to
how
kill
about
it-
if,
Well,
maybe
it's not listening
Big
right now.
recent development were to suddenly revert to how things were before. If the status quo were restored,
I would have no problem with that. Yes. Oh, I see. I'm picking up what you're putting down. Yes. Then I would also.
yeah, you pretty fucking
return
gross.
to normal.
And I say this like
I
in the
really
nicest
miss
possible way.
being
You
outside
are
of the
just
ship.
offensive on a personal level. And now I can actually see his undercarriage, and it's wrong.
And you
It's
thought
just
he was
wrong.
gross before this.
Like, is that a test for a Barnacle? I can't
Yeah,
tell, and I'm not looking hard.
He's
to
like
find
wearing
out.
swim trunks, but like definitely doesn't have any underwear on
Yeah.
underneath.
Now you were saying if we were to kill the aboleth, but
Oh, it's.
what?
I'm sad to
What
say it's a
happens then?
barnacle.
I see.
The curse that I have would be lifted. I will return to normal. And then I don't know what would happen with the Kraken. I don't know what would happen with the Red Robes. But the Red Robes are also causing some imbalances in the town
my
to
thing
feed
is
the
we can remove
Kraken.
the
They
Aboleth
also believe the
situation.
Kraken is a progeny.
Then you would be free to testify against the Red Robes, as their appearance has definitely been, let's just say, unfortunate for you, is the nicest way to put it. And as much as I don't like you, and this is more to do with
Oh, of
just
course, I would be
everything
happy to
happening
do so.
right here and everything else, because I mean this in the nicest possible way. Ew. I am more concerned with getting Syrian out of my town than I am with whether you live or die.
This connection with the aboleth, does it go both ways?
No, that I cannot see through the aboleth. I
Not-
cannot.
So,
Do you
has
know
it-
where it
have you
is?
ever-
Thinking unless it
Have you ever
wants
picked
me
up
to.
anything from it?
I am.
That's that I'm
You
trying
can't
to
quite
say.
understand it.
I know the aboleth just commands me. Usually when I'm sleeping. It
And I got an
uses my
idea.
power and my influence to.
Well, do you know
Pull one
where
of
it
his dreams
is?
if he's willing.
In the shadows.
Yeah, I can pull one of his dreams.
The aboleth remains in the ocean. They have an ancient home off the coast called the Endless Nadir. But I do hear that every now and then
That's some bad
And where's
information.
that?
go up to the hideout of the Red Robes.
And that is.
I will tell you on one condition.
Alright.
I'll make a counteroffer.
You don't
If we
kill
spare
me.
you, you gotta testify against the Red Robes to get them out of my fucking town.
And about Jarm.
Well, that's part of the overall arch testimony, I suppose.
Oh,
But
of
yeah,
course.
he's right.
Immediately,
Oh,
because there's some really pressing matters involved with finishing up that
Yes.
whole plot line.
yes. Yes, I will let everyone know that Jarm was being mind controlled by the aboleth.
Well,
Ooh, I could even say
let's
that
try to
it
stick with
was
the truth.
Red Robes controlling.
Wow, I
the
really
aboleth
fucked up
to
the voice
make
there.
them look bad.
Though you can absolutely say that what happened with Jarm is connected to the presence of the Red Robes.
The Red Robes are
Sure,
working in
sure.
conjunction with the Aboleth.
Exactly. Red Robes are working with the forces that did that to Jarm.
So where are the red robes?
Let's find them and stab them. After
I spared the dying on Dory.
Yes, I can say that.
I think he's okay, but I'll just feel better about it.
Nice.
No.
Nice.
No.
Wait.
Do any of you guys speak in
I
French?
speak. I can speak common.
I'll have to use a second level spell slot to do it since the last one I got left. But I can comprehend language.
Common? wait. Infernal?
If nobody knows it, I'll cast comprehend
Infernal
language.
or abyssal? Infernal or abyssal?
So I'll at least know what was said. Though if there's like a metaphor or a riddle or an allegory in there, I won't get that shit. I won't understand that the lion is Jesus. I'll just know that the witches killed us win.
Okay. Just told this one. Okay. He stands up and he turns around. You guys haven't gotten to this area. Behind his pool here, there's like a little desk, like a little like.
He's got a
gun. And as he's like
18.
sifting through it, why don't you guys give me a perception check?
Perception. 21.
18. Excellent.
I'm still watching.
Yeah, Xardaar, I imagine. Are you?
He's
Yeah,
got
it-
the
it-
outro music
it's
playing
fire.
behind him. He's good.
You're just from the crane.
Yeah, White Fang pushed this barrel of gunpowder to right underneath the crane just in case.
Oh,
Okay.
you go ahead and push this.
What did
put out the last
Pi-
flames.
Sure. Got nothing else to do.
21.
15.
Okay. What did Pi and Ann roll? 21. 15. Okay, excellent. So he like shoves things off of his desk. You see that there's a crumpled piece of paper that rolls onto the ground. You pick it up and read it, and it says, "The catch again indicates a disturbance beneath us. We cannot locate the cause, but fear they might be in the water near you. Praise Syrian. He rests and he waits. The Whisperer anticipates renewed lantern ghost harvests. The young one must be fed. The harvest must increase, for the young one grows in both size and appetite. Find someone to resume the lantern ghost tasks and bring the candidate to the temple where we shall
Send them
appraise
to us.
its worth. Do this and you may
Yeah, that's
be
a lot.
spared." And you read this note, and it doesn't seem like that's the one that he was like trying to look
So
for.
can we take that too?
But it does seem like
I'm just gonna slide a hand it into my pocket.
message delivered to him by
Yeah, that's
the Red
fair.
Robes.
And we could take everything. What is he gonna do?
Yeah.
Good point.
Like, we just want everything
Okay, nice.
he has on the red robes in the obelisk.
I was like,
I'm gonna take his fucking wallet,
if he protests, I can just punch him
Yeah.
in the face to death. If I hit, it's 5 damage.
And at the same time, you could lay on hand him.
Sorry,
You
it's
could.
plus 3 damage, but still.
That's enough to kill him.
I like where you're going with that, Falcon. Where you just keep going, just keep him on the brink of the you beat the
That's
shit out of him.
Let's see. Like bring him back. Jesus. Did you hear about?
Oh,
where,
man.
There was
Yeah.
like an interrogation technique
Save
where
that
you
for
put
later.
in someone's mouth, and then you cast heat metal.
I don't know if I would do that. I don't know. It depends.
No.
It's, I guess.
You
I was
would,
gonna say,
we
that's
would
a
have to
high
be
thing to
against
do.
someone who just straight up disrespects Martin.
Oh yeah. I mean, I will do this to Syrian. He's gonna be all rich, and he's gonna just be eating gold because he loves being rich so much. And I'll just be like, "You
Diamond
know what? In your belly, it's getting exploded."
Xanathar.
Him too. Fuck that guy. I forgot about him.
Uh,
He's a fucking dick.
Yeah. So what is the?
Yeah.
What does he show us, or you know?
Oh yeah. Yeah, he's like still going through his desk. You do find that there's a disturbing amount of erotica that's written with a shaky hand, and various letters that implicate him.
You notice
in,
that
like,
one of the
different
erotica is
outlines.
actually a bit of fan fiction penned by
Yeah.
a certain Asher.
What's it called?
The Aboleth and me.
Yep. It sure is. Let's see.
Not and me, in me.
The
I
aboleth
just
in
got
me.
back and all I heard was the aboleth is inside Xardaar.
No, the aboleth is inside Asher.
Nice.
Because Tori has erotica.
Honestly, not enough tentacles for Asher.
That's why he doesn't remember.
That's what's with the mind thing. Like, there's plenty of tentacles in his mind.
As you
Just like that one time tentacles appeared. Which didn't happen, but then did.
Yeah, I'm so glad I caught on to what was going on. That was a great moment.
He finally finds a box on his desk, and he opens it up, and there's like a folded scrap of parchment that's tucked inside the front cover in like a hidden compartment. And he hands it to you, and this one has been like taken care of. Like it's in like a water heat-proof container. He wanted to make sure. And he says, "I could only read this once when the aboleth was in my mind. I cannot read the language this is in, but I do remember when the aboleth was in my mind. I could read it, and it
Okay,
me.
so it's written in infernal or abyssal or whatever.
This is all I have."
That's cool. I'll cast comprehend languages
It's a combination of abyssal.
so I can understand the written meaning. It's a riddle. I got that.
Okay. So you guys, you guys all take a minute looking over it, trying to like see if you can piece any of it out. You know, like you're looking for cognates. There's no cognates. And then it gets to that's a language thing. It gets to Robert, and Robert, can't figure it out either. And then he casts.
It's just Google Translate.
What does it look like when you cast comprehend languages? Like, do your eyes?
He's got Pi like pulled over, and he hooks up into him, and he just like scanning it, and you just hear Google Translate speaking the words back to him.
Where are the cords connecting them?
Like Pi just puts his hand on my head.
Magic head.
Exactly, I'm magic head.
So we need to add binary to the able to read.
And I'm able to say it in binary. Why eat corn?
Oh, that's great. So now that you can comprehend this message, here's what it says. This book contains all the invocations and prayers you'll need to learn the truth, Mr. Dory. The Dark God's faithful are wary of new converts, but learn the words, and they should accept you soon enough. Seek the pulpit in the evening shadow of Father's lamp. Praise Syrian. And as you say this out loud, Anne, Robert, Pi, your ears perk up a little bit. You know Father's Lamp. Father's Lamp is a bar in Saltmarsh that's a little bit shady. It holds history, like in the town, as it's one of the first bars to ever open up in Mystic Beach. But because it's one of the first bars to open up, and it being in Saltmarsh, it's in this area of Saltmarsh that has sunken into the mud. Like, it's just been demolished by it just sinking. And it's right on the edge of, like, this area. You imagine that in, like, a few years, that it's going to sink in there as well.
One last thing before we part ways. I do have the ability to obtain memories from others. Robert has suggested that it may be helpful to us. Would you mind if I take a memory from you?
There's a lot of memories that I don't want
It won't be
to
everyone, it'll just be the 3 people who are mind linked.
Then that's fine.
So I'll go up and, grab his hand, kind of shaking his hand. Do I need to roll to take that?
I feel like it would be easier if target's
Yeah, not that
willing.
he's
Yeah,
like
he said
resisting,
okay,
but
so
like,
should be.
I guess it's a roll.
Alright.
To see
Yeah,
if you
so-
can do it, you know?
Nat 20 on that.
Yeah. All right, I'll make a wisdom save against it. I fail, Avi.
Mhm.
Okay. You like
Yeah,
it's
as I
like
do
a
that, I also rolled a
Teflon,
nat
so,
20 to
pull a little
hit.
string out of his mind, and it like goes into your glove.
No, we need him alive to confess.
You hit him.
I mean,
Because
if
it's a
you
nat
did
20.
hit him, I'll just spare the dying and heal him.
As I pull him in and I say, "This is for Jed," and I stab him in the chest. 26 points of piercing damage. We don't really need him
in the chest.
for anything. We need to kill the Aboleth. We need to
His
drive out the Red
Testimony would have
Robes.
been helpful.
For what? His death is more helpful than anything.
We could've
Allowing
killed
this
him
man
after.
to... Well, I'm taking out the trash now.
I have Revivify. I will use it because this is key to fucking dismantling the Church of Syrian. He literally can show them that they're pure fucking evil. And like, what the fuck are we doing?
This man has stabbed me in the back more than once.
And you just stabbed us in the back. This wasn't our plan.
I said, we need him because we know that Syrian gets stronger the more people believe in him.
Don't sink down to his
We could use him to drive the Red Robes out of town, and hell, he could
Do
be
you
kicked out of
think
town.
that anyone will believe his testimony? Do you believe that anybody will listen to him? This man has
Well, I mean,
run
look
this
at the
town
piece of
into the
paper
ground
he's
for
got.
generations. This man is cruel. He is unusual in the weirdest ways. Look at this erotica. You think someone's going to listen to him and after they see this shit? He is not going to help us in any way. And any chance he gets to turn on us, he is going to
I
take
ain't
it.
arguing.
The best place he can be is 10 feet
I ain't
under.
arguing that he's. Well, I'll tell you what, Ann. You find me documentation in here and all this stuff that proves we ain't gonna need him, and I'll let him die. But until then, I can't spare the dying
I
arm.
think we got everything we
You
need.
find-
You look at this note here that I got from him. You look at that note you got from him. I think we got everything we need. This man needs to be buried.
That one's all in code and shit, and I can only read that with the spell. We need something that we can present that people will be able to understand and read, as opposed to me saying, "Here's what it says."
Oh, we have it. Those documents are. Yeah, those documents are everything we need.
You have
Oh, we got it.
you have it.
His war crimes.
Okay.
Did it say anything about
Blah,
Jarm?
blah, blah.
And
Is there
yeah, it
proof?
shows his relationship to the Church of Syrian as
Foul
well.
Crimes.
Does it say anything about Jarm? As DM, Vinny, mechanically, if we kill him, will we still be able to accomplish the things we want to accomplish by saying, Jarm was not a piece of shit, the Church of Syrian is evil? Or, like, do these notes seem like they would be enough to convince people of that?
Because basically, with this paperwork, we would have to have his seal or his signature on everything to be able to say this is all with him.
There is an entire warehouse that's filled with like not just his documents from like a whole bunch of people, but like you can compare it to other like formal.
I guess
documents
if we
that,
got
like,
Robert's
make
mom
sure like, hey, this is his
to
handwriting.
officially
Yeah,
investigate
yeah.
all of this, she could get a
Yeah,
professional to say
that's
everything
fair.
is all
We
right.
got enough stuff here that we can have her back investigations.
And if we can get into the Syrian cult, find out what's happening in the crick, we have Anne's mom backing us too.
And we got red roads, so we can sneak around.
And who's the other leader? Aren't there like 4 here?
Yeah,
Mike.
my dad.
Okay, yeah. So
Yeah.
I guess we have enough to just straight kick them out now.
I don't want to kill this guy, and then it's like, well, we need more than just forgeable paperwork.
That's what I was thinking. I'm like, if we physically need him.
But like, people in the town know that he's scummy. You know, like, I feel like a lot of it, like, people already kind of know that, like, he's done all this, but like, they didn't have any power to bring it.
I know what we
Plus,
do.
it gives us
Book of
ties to.
This is just
The Book of
confirming
Blood.
what they already know, if anything.
Ooh,
Yeah.
good point. I pull it out. I press it on his blood.
Now you
I
can do
got
whatever
his
you
whole
want.
fucking life. Yeah. Now do what you want with it, man.
Everything he remembers.
All
That's
right.
fine.
I
We just need to copy
you
it
see
all down
Ann
before it goes away.
spit on him,
I'll let Pine
and then
do it.
I throw him overboard. Yeah, and I spit on him as he's sinking beneath.
You throw him overboard and like
Hey, man,
into
of course.
the
Dinner.
polluted mud down below.
I'll throw some
I
sandwich
want them
meat.
distracted. I think they might still come after us.
All right.
Oh yeah.
Oh, the manticores.
All right.
Oh, nice.
18.
Now that you guys are kind of there, like
Nope.
in front of his desk by yourself, give me another perception check.
Yeah.
A nat 20 plus 7, so 27. I keep rolling nat 20s. I don't know what's going on. I have a really good die now. I am only using this one
I feel
from
like-
now on. It's purple.
I don't know if you can see that.
It's just shiny.
It's a 20.
I've had great rolls all night.
Another nat 20. Nice. Nice. All right, so Robert, you do see this too, but Anne and Pi, you guys see this first. On his desk is a little purple velvety bag, and you heard as he was like,
Hey, it
moving
looks
some-
like we got some money for the
the inside of the pouch.
group fund, slush fund. Do we even have one?
Yeah.
All right.
No, it ain't like the one that Jerry keeps track of.
I think we have a few hundred gold in it.
I think ours is health potion flavored.
Yeah,
Oh
and
yeah.
that's mostly Robert with his stash of health potions.
Well, we'll split it. How much is it? Okay, so 100 each.
I'll take
Pretty
it.
good.
You know what's the worst?
400.
When DMs give you a number that doesn't divide equally by your amount of by your group. Like, that's just evil.
Right? Or
It's
just
more-
a hyper specific number, just to be assholes.
It's 403 gold.
Exactly.
And 15 copper.
Like 673.
Like, don't even want to go to the bank to exchange that.
Yeah, 50 copper just be annoying. Okay.
Take a copper, leave a copper. Well, here's all my copper.
Yeah. Just like give it to a store that needs it. Okay.
I mean, there's nothing else to find. If you don't found everything, I think we're more or less
Is there
good.
anything?
I mean,
else
we
you
have
guys would
this
like to
whole
do?
warehouse we could search, and no one's coming after us tonight.
I assume there was nothing on his body, but it's too late to find out now.
Yeah. Yeah. I left a little bit of spit for him.
Yeah. I mean, there's a little bit of spit.
It's okay. Forensics ain't
Got
been
it.
invented yet. We'll be alright.
You gotta leave some DNA.
Yeah, it'll be a few hundred years
Excellent.
before I got to worry about that cold case getting solved.
Alright. Well, here's what we're going to do. On the way out,
All right.
we're going to drop the boat.
I mean, Wifang did move this barrel under the crane.
Well, do we want to leave it and
Okay.
just let, hand the scene over to your ma?
I mean, well,
If we're taking everything from the boat that could be useful, we don't need the boat.
But
Yeah,
why,
we don't
Yeah.
necessarily need it.
why destroy it though?
But it would probably be best to keep it.
yeah, let's leave it. Let's leave it. Alright.
Yeah.
Fine, let's cast Mendon all over the fucking boat.
Right?
Yes.
It's
Like, you guys go ahead. I'll come back with pie in like 3 hours.
And I'm going to press to digitize the whole thing.
Press to digitize sounds like
Yeah.
something Pi would do.
Well, if he learns prestidigitation, that can be what he does.
There we go. I got rid of the trough again.
I was going to run up it.
Yeah.
I just want to do it.
There, you can run up it.
So you guys make your way out of.
And as you're doing that, I pull the rope.
Well, that means I go over there, so.
No, you're still going here.
Yeah, but when I'm done, I just stop and I get whooshed over to where you guys are.
And then you just.
Oh, that was fun.
I would, if you're cool with it, Vinny,
All
on the
right.
way out, I would like to stop in that office one more time, and because he's convinced that there's something there that he may have missed last time he rifled through. Just because he knows that the ship came here within a minute, and he really wants to find out as much as he. Yeah.
Wait, the office that's on the first floor? Okay, yeah. Yeah, you guys make your way out. You get back down to the first floor.
I rolled a 20 for
Doors are
insight
kinda
to see if
they seem
there's
fine.
anything that kind of feels a little
Well, we get back
hinky.
to that.
Yeah.
In the office. Here we go. Okay. Okay. So an insight.
Kinky.
I feel like
Kinky with an
there's
H.
nothing inky in there.
Sexual.
I feel like a inky, like INKY. Oh, with it. In the office, no, you would have found all that stuff like at the bottom of his jacuzzi if you look down in there.
I'm gonna, I guess, perception or investigation, which would it be to try to, or insight if you'll let me do that.
I already did a good insight roll.
Either one.
Yeah, but this is
Everyone's
for like Pie's backstory that I'm trying to find out. So
I feel like insight wouldn't work.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because Pie's convinced that there's something there that he just wasn't looking hard enough for the first time.
Oh, you're trying to find stuff on the ship, right?
So not insight. Okay.
Okay,
Damn.
yeah. Give me a perception or investigation, whichever.
I've judged this guy up and down. That's fine.
Yeah, but it's the
You
shit.
gotta, like, be
So,
judging
I get if walls can talk, but they ain't actually talking.
I guess I'll do perception. It's higher. Okay, that's a 19. I will spend inspiration if I need to.
Okay. Okay. Okay, so you start looking through some of the cabinets. You take a little bit of a closer look. You do find one thing that does kind of cross your mind. I don't want to say that Pi is like a child, because he's like a robot. He has the mentality of an adult. But I guess being built-wise, he's only been built for like a few years, right? And that memory you had of Anne and Robert when they were young kind of exchanging you, you find a document that says that on this date, Anne's crew was hired to take this parchment from this ship. And knowing he wasn't just there to take this parchment, or this package, he had to like steal this package from this ship. The package that he was stealing it from, or the package that he was stealing was a.
You kidnapped me, Anne!
He stole that package.
And I showed him.
Well, oh, yeah, I remember this one. Yeah, this is why Xanathar doesn't like me. But trust me, you're better off. You probably would have been, some kind of sex slave or something for him. It wouldn't have been great.
Jesus. Wow.
He said Visto on the side.
So this was coming from Xanathar or going to Xanathar?
2.
Wow. So, all right, that's just. Damn, I got some questions for fucking Referum.
Yeah.
That's for damn sure. I've been lied to my whole fucking life.
Welcome to the club, buddy.
You were a commission piece.
Yeah, so you were supposed to be delivered to Xanathar, and then Anne was hired from Mr. Dory to steal you.
Pi,
from
you see Pi sitting there, and it looks like heat metal
Xanathar
has been cast
and
on his
delivered
head
you
because
to
he's like
Pacific Beach.
operating at peak capacity, trying to figure out how things could still make sense.
Well, I mean, if you look on, if you assume the best case scenario for everything, then maybe Pastor Referum was just having his arm twisted, and through Mr. Dory, I was hired to steal you back. I don't really remember. It's so long ago, but that's best case scenario. I don't know if he's just shady as fuck.
Yeah, that was my next question.
Or he didn't know that that's where you were
Now I
going.
just got to find out where.
Yeah.
You know, shell companies and all that
delivered
nonsense.
from.
That's a thing I learned in business class.
So this book, does it?
Yeah.
I mean, it says that it was. So it was going to Xanathar. I'm sorry, I forgot already.
Yeah.
From here.
Yes, it was going.
So
to
does it then from where?
Does it just have the ship's name, or does it say?
It only has the
Okay.
ship's name, and the ship's name is oh, that's Xanathar's ship. Like that's something that people would know.
Because we were
you don't
stealing
know
it,
where
so
it was
we don't need to
coming
worry about
from.
where it's coming from.
All
Okay.
you knew was where to intercept it at.
Yeah, that was my smuggling days. I was pretty good at it.
So and I've got the date. Okay, and I know I know the date. I know the ship. I know the intended destination. So if we can find the logs that would have been kept track and whatever. I mean, would Xanathar being who he is, I mean, would we know where? I guess he probably does most of his shipping out of Waterdeep, correct? Okay, cool. So then I need to get into those books. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
Damn, that was big. Holy shit.
For sure. All right. Well, you got some good info there. Now it's still kind of early. Like it is the fall, but it's like 6 o'clock at night or so. So it's not like you guys you want to take a long rest or anything. I feel like you guys do have some time to kill. You can go wherever you would like. Let me move you guys over to the map. Ruffin did say that he was going to make dinner for you.
If he is.
So, is that.
Robbie, you're what, Mind Mugger? Is that what it was? The gloves. Can other people view those memories?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that. That's good.
I just shoot it into your head like a finger gun.
Yeah.
When you bring that up, Anne goes, "Oh yeah, that reminds me." I walk over to Robert. I take my finger up and I shoot the memory from what's his name, Constable Jude. I shoot that memory towards Robert. Robert, get ready.
Constable Jude.
It's Constable. You see the memory flying through the air.
Like you leave a little bit of like brain spaghetti. It's like almost like a worm noodle, like digging into his brain because he's not.
I love that name.
Yeah, you get a memory of.
I don't know. I just stole a random memory because I was told to.
What was this memory about? Okay. It was a memory of him when he was younger. He was hanging out with his dad. His dad took him to a restaurant a brand new restaurant, and in this restaurant, his dad goes behind the counter, like he's in charge, even though he's never been there. And from Constable Jute's perspective, like it seems like his dad's the boss, you know, like going behind the counter, picking things up, tasting things right there. And then when he comes out from behind the counter after being there, he fills some paper out on his clipboard.
What does he sound like?
He slams it down on the counter,
What does he
looking
sound
very like authoritative.
I hope he sounds just like Jude.
And that's the memory of him.
I'm sorry,
His
Constable.
dad. Constable Jude. Okay, so you got your bologna. It's below temperature. Your ice is melting all over your meat, and that's not okay. There's cockroaches and rats. I know there's a lot of them, but they shouldn't be where the food is. What else? Your cutting board has
He's
too
gonna
many
give them a
cuts in it.
beat.
You need to get a new one. What else did we... man.
It's so hard to get a bad grade.
Your ice cream is below the safe consumption levels. Yeah. Let's see.
Yeah, that's
This is
how
gonna
it
be an
goes.
89. I'll be back in a
barely
week
a
to make
B.
sure you fix everything.
That's
That was
adorable.
Guys, I know why.
And that's when Constable
Jude
Jude hasn't
man
made the decision.
wants to be a health inspector.
Yeah.
He wants to be just like his daddy. It's beautiful. It's so
I'll give
touching.
him a pat. There.
And then little Constable Jude goes, "Hey Dad, can we get some ice cream?"
And on a completely unrelated
Of course,
note,
bud.
his voice
We're not from
changed.
here.
He was like
We're gonna go to
7.
the place that I gave an A to.
Or maybe that's just how he remembers himself.
And maybe.
As,
It's
as
funnier
a
my
smaller
way now.
version of his dad.
Hey, Constable, what are you doing? I'll go where I want.
I don't remember what I thought I
Almost said
sounded
you had
like when I was
lollipops.
younger.
Give me a red one.
I was just thinking about that. I have no idea what I sounded like.
I know what I sound like now, but I can't remember what I sounded like when I was younger other than listening to video.
I know what I sounded like when I was 11 because I want to call in to Mix 97.7 and I got to hear my own voice over the radio.
Isn't that the worst?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did not realize I sounded that 11.
Nice.
That's the best way to describe it. I want a chair with a little cooler attached to the bottom of it.
That
That was nice. I had that thing for like years.
Yeah.
No. This was back when Singular was a thing. Because it said Singular.
Wait, was that an Applebee's thing?
Remember Suncom?
Yeah.
And
Singular was good, man. I remember Singular.
Or Bell South. Oh my god.
Oh, yeah.
Suncom.
Alright, let's just get to the natural conclusion here. Remember dial-up? Yes, we all do.
I mean, yeah, I played the sound enough.
That's fair. But I meant remember actually using it.
Get off the computer and use the phone.
Right? Like, Bob, I've been downloading this off of LimeWire for 16 hours. I was at 97%. The song is 3.5 minutes long. I only needed another 15 minutes.
The worst, man.
Or it had
Yeah.
something done to it.
It was sped up a little bit. It
The
was
song you wanted.
Nightcore, so it was sped up just a little bit.
Or it's like that time I downloaded one from Death Clock and just in the middle of the commercial.
Death Clock promo 2006.
Oh,
It was the
Oh,
best,
no.
best song he's downloaded for Death Clock.
Man,
no, they're making a movie.
I heard.
Oh, nice.
Complete the pentagram.
Ant?
That was awesome.
I took Falcon to one of those
Dude, that was
shows
such a good...
like 12.
Man, when they came to the House of Blues, that was so fun.
I told him and his friend that was with us to stay up by the bar because they were down on the floor and the mosh pit started and they would get hurt. And I was right. Some chick kicked me in the face. It was awesome.
Yeah, I saw some dude get kicked in the face by a girl. I thought it was hilarious.
It happens.
So are we
Well, I guess we want to.
All right, so
Well, it's still fairly.
yeah, I was gonna say,
early,
where do you guys want to head to next?
In 6 in the
Yeah,
evening.
it's still early in the day. It's like 6 o'clock or so.
Oh,
I'm
that's
sorry,
not
Curtis, I
really
didn't hear you.
normal.
Depends on who you're asking.
6 in the evening, yes.
I was just saying that I'm in the mood
Like-
to get some dinner.
You're not going to bed at 6 o'clock unless you're really
And
tired.
then after that, I vote we get information to appropriate authorities.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, well, there's a lot of places you guys can go to.
Like you said, my dad
There's
was
the
cooking
Soggy Dollar,
Yeah.
which is like the Margaritaville of this town. Oh yeah. Pastor Rephram is also making dinner. In case you want to go somewhere else, believe it or not, there's an actual real life Applebee's in this town too. Like not a fantasy Applebee's, like literally Applebee's. It's a 2
Oh
for
my God.
$20. Like
That
Oh my God.
you can get riblets.
It's more sugar than anything else.
You can get the Oriental chicken salad.
You walk in and at least 2 different people say living the dream.
You get a quesadilla
Oh,
burger,
no.
a cowboy burger.
Their whiskey bacon burger is actually bomb though. I don't know if they have it anymore, but it's fucking good.
I think I've only ever been to Applebee's once.
I think the last time we went, Jen's mom
Those
bought
few
us
years,
a gift card there, and they had
those years, man.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Gotta say, man, I'm happy not to have been there during that.
Yeah, that's fair. I like working with you.
Honestly, the best part was like working with Dylan. Like that was it. Like that was the best part. Like there was like no other person.
Hey,
like,
don't work there.
and everyone else there was just like so much older than me, and not as interesting as Dylan.
Remember when he sent you a text that said, "Are we still
He
friends?"
was, but we quickly.
The
grew
response
apart.
from the table was, "If you have to ask."
But Vinny sent back, sure, buddy.
He
Yeah.
did, he did. And there's no way he watches your YouTube channel, so you're fine.
The dude. All he ever did, man, was like, I'm the best server here. I'm in section 3. It's like, dude,
I was already there all
I'm gonna
fucking
get
day.
out
I
of here
had
at
no
like 10
desire.
o'clock. You stay here until
Paid an
like,
extra $4 in tips.
I'm good. Section?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, because you get the half price apps after
How's she?
10.
Because they need the
And
half
that's why all
price
the
apps.
college kids come by and they're
Exactly.
not tipping.
Anyone who's coming for half price ads doesn't have the money to tip.
Okay.
I just said, how shitty can you be?
Well, I mean, I guess you could work at it.
What were we saying, Curtis?
Hey,
It,
better than bats.
it was Applebee's in Conway. I mean,
There's nothing different.
Great.
It's effectively the same thing. Except bats doesn't have.
Dude, I've never been to Fats. I've never been there.
And aren't there plates for kids actually frisbees?
I told them they're broken. I went there
No
twice.
commercials.
I went there once, and I
That's
remember
not
getting a
right.
frisbee. At least I think it was Fats.
Random tangent.
Well, Pi's heard bad things about Applebee's. All his friends who he grew up here with that work there said it was fucking garbage. So he's just gonna go to Rephram's.
It's one of the few restaurants Robert and Anna agree on, in that they both hate it.
Yeah. It's the worst.
Straight to reference, okay.
Yeah, it's pretty awful.
Yes, like, and his
Honestly,
walk by an
that's
Applebee's
only
and
a
someone was like,
slight
hey man,
step
can you
below
murder someone for me, please?
kind of shit.
You want me to just send them to Applebee's then?
Right? I mean, just shit, drug deals in the bathroom. That massive rugby player we had that chased a guy
Yeah.
who ditched his bill. Remember, this dude was like 6'4" and bald. But he shaved, he wasn't bald.
Yeah.
No, this was a weekend night. I just remember this massive dude bolting out the door,
I don't think
running
I was
across
there
the
for
street, like to whatever was behind Shoney's, chasing this dude.
Can't remember what was behind Shoney's.
Huh?
Can't remember what was behind Shoney's.
It was like a little strip mall. I think there was a Taekwondo studio there for a while.
Rex Kwando.
Except worse, because I think the dude's name was Terry.
Terry Kwando.
Yeah, because that was the dude that had the float during the parade, and he would always throw out candy.
that. Oh my god.
And he had a ponytail way past an age where ponytail was acceptable on a man, by which I mean never.
Nice. All right. Well, you guys make your way to Pastor Rephrom's. He was expecting you guys to be there, so he pulled out a longer bench and like a table, so you guys can sit like outside and not inside of his house. He says,
And then another boom.
Well, we made it, so, you know.
There were several booms.
It went alright.
I heard a boom.
Oh, by the way, anyone need some heals?
I think all of us.
Alright,
I'm good.
Alright, I know Ann's particularly squishy, so I'll give him a high
Yeah,
five,
Ann
and he
needs
gets 13 HP.
I mean, if we're gonna short rest, let's see how much he needs after the rest.
I
So he can save the hit die in case we get into a fight.
don't think we're gonna be in another fight today. So
Probably not, but, you know, I don't want him walking around town looking like he's about to bleed out.
oh yeah, I'm just saying I don't think it's a big deal if we don't get to roll.
Yeah, but I'll take that short rest.
So what's for
I'll eat
dinner?
dinner.
He brings you guys out like this huge dishes, mac and cheese, chicken bog, barbecue pork.
I just eat all of everything.
It's like someone likes potato salad, right? If not, I'll take it. Oh, and then
You remember paying 25 cents for a tiny ass cup of hot sauce on Fried Chicken Day at Saucusy? That was some bullshit. That's fair.
Dude, 4 years.
Yeah, I don't think I ever ate it either.
Never ate the fried
I think I always got like pizza because they had pizza on the same day.
I just didn't want to wait in line.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just like.
Yeah, I went to Carolina Forest. Fried Chicken
And I
Day
got to
was
lunch
a
before
different
everyone else
animal.
because of
Yeah.
diabetes.
They ran something on the school news about how it wasn't seagull, even though the seagulls all disappeared on Fried Chicken Day. But when I was in middle school and freshman year, the fried chicken was awesome. And then something happened, and it just wasn't as good the rest of the way. We could never get to the bottom of it, by which I mean every time something found out, school buried that story and wouldn't let them run. No, they had like 3.
Did they have one lunch when you were there, Dylan?
We had like
Okay,
3
when I was teaching there, it was 1:45.
No, when I hit 11th grade is when they decided to do one lunch.
I mean,
Well, because when I was there, we were still sharing campus with the middle school, so they had to stagger shit.
it was nice.
When we finish eating, I'm gonna say, hey, we found out what happened to Jarm.
Oh,
It's a sad
please
story,
tell me
but
what happened with him?
the,
I've been meaning to ask you, but
did he
I
tell
was
us
enjoying the
anything
trip.
about the aboleth, or has he even let on that he? Okay, you know what an aboleth is?
He doesn't know anything about the Obelith. Oh, the Aboleth. They're, let's see. Big psychic fish creatures. They used to
one's
live
back.
in the waters out here.
And
they've been gone for centuries.
it's discovered
That's about it.
the progeny,
Religion, unfortunately.
the progeny of Syrian. I don't even know what progeny means, but I think it's bad. And there's a big kraken creature out in the ocean, and that's apparently part of Syrian, and it's trying to groom it, protect it, which is why the Red Robes are here, and it reached out to Jarm. I still don't quite know why. It made him commit those atrocities. I don't know why, but it was doing the same to Mr. Dory until we had to put an end to him. But Jarm, it seems, was victim of Aboleth mind control. We've got documentation. We'll be turning it over to all of the community leaders, you included. But
That's good to hear. I knew Jarm wouldn't do any of that on his own. I knew he had to be under some kind of spell or control by something. This is good news, Pi.
I'm gonna lean over to Pi and whisper the definition of progeny in binary, so he
Now that
knows it.
we've cleared his name.
what does it mean? Because I, as Curtis, don't know what progeny means.
It's a fancy way to say it's what you get when you
Binary.
terminate somebody. I say all that in binary
A child.
because I know this now, of course. No, I think I'm speaking in binary. No, I say it in common, like a dummy.
He's actually speaking quantum computing,
Yeah.
which I can't.
Oh. Yeah, so basically he
Offspring.
thinks that like
You ever heard of
Kraken
Zeus?
is like Syrian's son.
In this
child
scenario,
kind of way.
The Kraken
Offspring, yes.
has a mama that Zeus got Zeus in. I feel like that covers everything.
Yes.
Well,
Okay.
Probably.
we turn it over to
Well, where do you
all
go
the
from
authorities
here?
we could. He was.
Well, if Mr. Dory is gone, I'm one of the authorities. You can turn it over
Well,
to
I
me.
mean, we're
And I
going
can
back
see,
there, and so
If
you
this
know.
one's
Yeah.
there, pretty
We'll save you the
quickly
trip.
she'll believe me.
Yeah.
Like,
You could come with us.
yeah, I could push one more in the boat. We'll be all right.
Oh. Yes.
The boat pushing.
You know what? That sounds great to me too. I appreciate it, fellas. Well, the night is still young. I'd say like an hour has passed. It's like maybe 7:30 by now.
Is there
If you guys wanna like
Jarm's body
take
was
some long rest,
incinerated,
like,
correct?
get some health back that way. You
Is
can.
there a memorial to
Um,
him?
Yes. A memorial? Yes. There is, his sister Eleanor has kept the ashes, and she plans on, like, whenever she found information about it, to let his ashes
Okay, I was gonna make
scatter on
one.
the beach. So if you find her, you let her know that'll be the
I
memorial.
fucking will. And
You
it's gonna be
can.
really
You
cool.
can make one. You can
Yeah,
make it right there on the
I was
beach.
actually gonna do it at the church.
Oh, okay. You can do that. As you guys are like enjoying the rest of this meal,
Well, I assume there's some sort of
Walks away a
cemetery
little bit.
or something similar.
He goes
Around
to the
there.
church and what's a memorial? Yeah, there's a
There you
little
go.
cemetery around the side of the church, right underneath the big statue
Oh, wait a minute, let me-
of Morden. That's right there.
Where's the? How do I? Oh, there it is. Zoom in really far. All right, cool. in that case, in between the statue and the church, I'm gonna just make, like, you know how they have the tombstones that they're small and they just sort of raise up out of the ground a bit, and it's like a box, but it's got a diagonal slope on the top. I'm basically gonna make that with a plaque that's got, in memory of him, and just like a little Moradin, like, psalm. Is that the word? Where it's like 2 to 4 lines, sonnet maybe. I don't know. Something about Moradin and about, like, not dying in vain. I don't know. It's spitballing. Pi would know. He's a preacher, so he would know. But yeah, I'll make that because.
Okay. Yeah.
And I'll tell Eleanor. Say a little prayer with my Moradin rosary or whatever I have.
Whoa. Okay. No, that works. Cool.
I was trying to find a good gif of Al from
Right.
Full Metal Alchemist. Just once he could do alchemy like that too, just clapping and making
Excellent.
something. But I got distracted
do
by
that?
Armstrong, and I couldn't find a good one of Al, so I give up. It's just the one where he woof and has no shirt.
I
He was giving a hug.
No one blames you. No one blames you for Armstrong. All right.
Yeah, there you go.
And when Pi returns, Pastor Rephram goes, so I hear that
And dig through your papers.
connection between Mr. Doran.
Also, unmute yourself if you're going to talk.
Were you able to find anything out there?
Just nip that in the bud.
Yeah. I've done that like 2 other times tonight. I don't know if you guys caught those. But yeah, I'll pull out some of the documents and I kind of sift through them with you guys to pull out the relevant ones. But I know that the one that we picked up that was a note from the Red Robes is probably the most important here, where they were basically like saying,
the one where they're asking him to bring another thrall.
That's right. Bring another thrall.
He wanted another thrall to be brought to the temple, so they could celebrate.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that their temple is found in the shadows of Frother's Lamp. And he tells you, oh yeah, Frother's Lamp. My grandfather helped build it. It used to be a great place. It's a little down in the dumps now. It'll be sinking into the mud sometime soon. But in the shadow of Frother's Lamp, I don't know what that
Is the sun still up?
I mean, it said in the early evening shadow, I think.
Is the sun still up? Damn it. Alright. Here's what we're gonna do. Tomorrow we're gonna go find where the shadow is. And compute.
Yeah, we'll have to do some investigating.
I've been to the bar a few times recently. I have seen some Red Robes there during all hours of the day. But I
check it out.
do agree.
Tomorrow.
The shadow. Maybe being there at sundown might do the trick. Excellent.
I mean, just give her the same.
All right, guys. Well,
there.
I think this is kind of like a good stopping point.
Yeah.
I know you want to go see your mom.
Robbie sent me
Good.
Yeah.
a Moradin
Like
prayer
that
that I
up,
could use. That's what's on the
tomorrow, or not tomorrow.
thing.
Next week, and then just kind of go from there. Oh shit.
Thank you, Robbie.
No problem.
Nice.
I mean, isn't that essentially
Yeah, I tried
what
to find
the
one
god
too,
is?
but it was just
Some
a guy
dude
who went
goes
by the
by the
pen
name
Moradin.
Moradin.
Yeah.
The artist formerly known as Morden. Not to,
I guess so, yeah.
like, diminish the importance of Jarm's death, but in our, between sessions, Pi will bring up that other hammer that he gets upon solving Jarm's murder. Yeah, between sessions, he's gonna bring it up,
Oh, between it? Okay, yeah. You know what? That I haven't created for some reason when I was writing this chapter. I did not create stats
I'm so
for
excited.
It, but
Cool.
I had a plan.
Nice.
So between this session and the next one, I will come up with the stats for it, make it an item, and make sure you have it. Yeah. And then we'll like roleplay like you getting it and whatnot.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, good sesh, good fight. I honestly thought that fight was going to be a little hard, but I was restricted, so I had to.
I only had 2 spell slots left. I had to.
Because I didn't want to roll with disadvantage.
Yeah.
But hey, it be like that sometimes.
Worked out pretty good.
Right?
GG. See you later.
Later, guys.
All right. Yeah. Well, guys, good one. See y'all next week. Adios, guys.